Well, I was a late arrival, so I came in on the basis of Tom's script and Tom and Susanna's involvement with the piece. But there's a history now that goes back about 3 years. So Damien Timmer at Mammoth Screen sent Tom the novel, and I suppose I should hand over at that point.
Well, Damien and Piers Wenger, who's just leaving the BBC now to go to Channel 4, I think, they asked me to read the book. I did read the book, and I absolutely loved it and really wanted to do this. So, as David said, it was like 3 years ago. I worked on it for 15 months, and I must say it's as enjoyable a job as I've ever had. I just liked the material, I liked the challenge of the adaptation, and now in production I'm even happier. Well, the book is quite an idiosyncratic book in its structure and indeed in its dialogue and its language. So in a sense the task was partly defined by the book. On the other hand, it's a great novel, but it doesn't offer a huge amount of dramatic action for the adapter, if we're talking about 5 hours of television. And I'm slightly nervous about the Ford Madox Ford fan club, because the truth is I've invented a lot of scenes. I haven't invented attitudes or I haven't changed the spirit of people. But as for scenes, what's actually going on here, it's pure invention. The good news is, I hope it's good news, is that I can no longer remember which bits I invented. It all seems one piece to me.
There's a level of quality that everyone expects, and we will absolutely deliver that. I mean, it is huge. I mean, we're talking about 100 speaking roles for actors, and about 100 different sets and locations over 5 hours. It is a massive undertaking. But I think what they will get is not something staid in the sort of old-fashioned period sense of drama. I think it's got a very contemporary feel to it. It's very pacey. The shooting style is brisk, and with lots and lots of reference to 20th century art, but not in a way that I think will exclude the viewers, but will actually help carry them forward. There's a lot of time shift in it as well. So it's very excitingly shot, and I think Susanna's doing the most amazing job. We're only 4 weeks in, of course, but you know.
There's a strong element of comedy in it too. I mean, the book is, in a subtle sense, humorous, but I'm a comedic writer as much as I am a serious writer. I think I don't really make the distinction, and we see it as being a serious piece of work with quite a lot of laughs in it. Well, I find it exciting to be writing for television because I haven't done it for a long time, and I didn't even stop to think what the context was. You know, how is television doing? How's television drama nowadays? There's nothing to do with that for me. I read the book, thought, this is great, difficult, I want to do it, and nothing else really was relevant to me.
I think if you'd made this or tried to make it for film, inevitably it would have been a huge compromise. You know, it's a massive tale, and I think when you do try and take some of those huge stories, inevitably you compromise, don't you, in film, because you're trying to fit it into 90, 100, 120 minutes, and we do have a full 5 hours to play with, which is wonderful.
What I really like, but unfortunately in the modern world of broadcasting they won't give it to you, I really want 5 hours where one of the hours is 63 and one of the hours is 61 and a half and one of the hours is 57. So this whole thing of tailoring it sometimes is painful, but it's ridiculous to complain because I feel lucky.
We're shooting now, we're about 4 weeks in of a 16-week shoot. We finished just before Christmas. In post-production from January, delivering in June. I think the BBC are going to wait until after the Olympics, and so I think the most likely is probably latter half of 2012.